Hello and welcome. We are definitely, absolutely live from Midtown Manhattan in New York City. Everybody say hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Before we get started, let's listen to some of the new album. This is It Can Happen from the U.S. album. Live from Midtown Manhattan from WNEW-FM in New York City, we have the Yes Conference with, we have Tony Kaye, Alan White, Trevor Rabin, and Chris Squire here with us. What happened to the other guy?
He's in the elevator.
He's in the elevator. He's stuck. Before we get started here, one of the major announcements for this conference is the tour for 1984. And I'll call on Kid Leo from WMMS in Cleveland to give us the February dates.
Why, thank you, Charlie, for a very warm welcome to your territory.
You're welcome, sir.
And our territory is going to be mighty hot in February. Yes, we'll be touring February, March, and April. I'm going to run down the February dates, and we will run down every date on the tour. But February starts off in a home city of my own, Cleveland, Ohio, on February 6th. Let me run down the rest. Wednesday, February 8th, Providence, Rhode Island. Thursday, the 9th of February, Worcester, Massachusetts, on the 10th of February. Hartford, Connecticut. Largo, Maryland, on the 12th. On the 13th, Rochester, on the 14th of February. Buffalo, New York. On Thursday, the 16th, Nassau Coliseum, Long Island, part of the territory of the Big Apple. On the 17th, East Rutherford, New Jersey, also I think is annexed very shortly. Toronto, in Canada. On the 20th, 21st, Montreal, 22nd, Ottawa, on 23rd, Quebec. On the 25th, New York City itself. On the 26th, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Philadelphia gets it on the 27th, 28th, Pittsburgh, and on 29th, Lexington, Kentucky. As I said, those are February dates. We will have March and April for you as we progress. So we already have a press conference here. Gentlemen, it is nice to welcome you back.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
I would like to ask you, why do you think that all of us here, all three of us in radio, but radio across the country, and the people, welcome you back with open arms this time? This time, everybody embraced you. The last few albums that Yes put out as a unit were met with indifference. Why did radio and the people greet you so well this time?
Difficult to answer. I think they haven't heard us for 2 or 3 years, and we came back this time, and we came back with something new, with a new direction, which we worked on for about 8 and 9 months. Doing a lot of hard work creating the style for a new band that wasn't going to be called Yes originally. And then when John kind of heard the music, he joined us, and it sounded so much like Yes and more an 80s band, basically.
There's a new guy, too.
And an old guy back, too.
Well, not so old.
Not old in age, just in experience.
Okay, I'm Lee Arnold from 93 QFM in Milwaukee. It's good to have you guys back in America and playing great music. You've always been known to present an amazing stage production. What can we expect from live Yes this tour around? Is there some special things that we should know about?
Well, I'm Chris Squire from Northwest London.
I know.
And we just started working on the ideas for the stage set. We've been looking at a few ideas that have been presented to us, and we'll be thinking them over.
I'm sure it'll be amazing, whatever it is.
Well, I hope so. We always try to make it amazing.
You're not giving anything away. Obviously.
Not tonight, darling.
Not tonight.
Okay, we are live from Midtown Manhattan, and this is the Yes Conference. By the way, if you want to call from home, you can with our 900 phone lines, 1-900-210-ROCK. It'll cost you 50 cents for the first minute, 35 cents for each additional minute after that you're on the line. Keep trying. It's Coast to Coast Live. Before we go to the phones, Trevor Rabin, you are a new member that's given quite a bit of contributions in sound and texture to the band. How does it feel to be a member of a legendary group like this?
Well, it's quite refreshing. I haven't been with a band for 28 years now, so it's great playing with Chris, Alan, Tony, and John. It's new and it's exciting.
You had a lot to do with the songwriting as well, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you do collaborations with other members of the band or write?
Yeah,
your own
well,
pieces?
we basically rehearsed for about 8 months, so there was a lot of material that I had before we started rehearsing. So it was material to draw from, and we just worked on it, and so a lot of it was used.
And you're very happy with the way everything came out.
Very happy, yeah.
All right, let's go to the telephones now. We have KZAP in Sacramento, California. We have Roxy. Roxy, you there?
Hello, I'm here.
Do you have a question for anyone in particular?
No, just basically the whole band. I was kind of wondering if, you guys happen to be heading up here to, like, Northern California or just, like, the Bay Area or anywhere close by where I could go check you guys out.
Yeah, we'll be doing San Francisco.
When?
Darling, we're keeping you in suspense here. We're going to announce the dates later. Keep on listening.
Actually, San Francisco is on the 30th of March.
Oh, you gave it away.
I gave it away. We'll give you some more tour dates up there, okay? Do you have any musical questions?
How about... No, that's okay. Just get on with your show, and thanks a lot.
All right, thank you very much.
Have a nice night.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Now let's go to KQRS in Minneapolis. We have Joel on the line. You there with us, Joel?
Yeah.
All right, there. You have any questions?
Yeah, I'm from Robbinsdale Armstrong High School, and everybody there likes you. And I was just wondering, Chris Squire, are you going to be playing the Fish in concert again?
Maybe. We probably will do long distance run around, and the two always went together, so I expect it'll be there.
Oh, yeah? Okay, well, I'd just like to say that I think you're the best bass player around. And, and I hope you keep continuing and stuff, because you guys are really just the greatest.
Thanks.
Yeah? Bye.
A quick little pause in the action here. I think it's time we welcome John Anderson to the press conference.
Oh, yeah. Hi, John. How's it going?
Hi, He's in on the joke here.
Nice to be with you. Nice to be here.
Yeah, well, I think you guys are the greatest and stuff, and I just hope you continue putting out really quality music and stuff like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Now let's go to New York and Tammy. Tammy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, I guess, Chris, do you sing the vocals in Changes, Hearts, and Leave It?
I sing on all of them in some sense, in mainly harmonies in those tracks. I think.
Well, I'm talking about, like in Leave It, when they say one down, one to go at the beginning.
You want to know who that is?
Yeah.
This is Trevor.
That is Trevor.
I like your voice, Trevor.
I like his voice too.
Oh, thanks, so do I.
And, John, I just want to say I saw you at the Palladium 2 years ago, and I thought you were great. You put on a really good show.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And I was just curious, I saw the whole audience get up and turn around. I was wondering if your wife was in the audience there?
Yeah, she was there. She's here tonight and enjoying the whole evening. It's really good.
Okay, and I just was curious, what do you guys think of, like, Asia's music on the whole?
Asia?
Yeah.
Did you see them on MTV?
Yeah, I saw them.
They were good, weren't they?
Good show. Good show.
Yeah, I saw them also at Forest Hills this past August. And I thought they put on a good show, I was glad Steve still had the clap in there. And that's really what I enjoyed the most, So, that's about it, really.
Well, that's very good. Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thanks a lot.
We are live, absolutely, definitely, positively live from Midtown Manhattan. We have Yes, and we are having a conference about their new tour and about the group and everything that's going on now. Let's have a song here, and then we'll be back with some more questions and talk to you a little later on. This is All Good People.
I've seen all good people turn their heads each day, so satisfied I'm on my way. I've seen all good people turn their heads each day, so satisfied.
You don't hear harmony like that every day, especially live. We are live with the Yes Conference from WNEW-FM in New York. We have Kid Leo here from WMS in Cleveland, and Lee Arnold from 93 QFM in Milwaukee, as well as all the latest members of Yes. We have Tony Kaye, Alan White, Trevor Rabin, Chris Squire, and John Anderson. And let's continue with Kid Leo and some questions.
That old song brought back some old memories. Twofold question. Actually, a very general question. The Reformation, why? But Tony, a long time away from Yes, you're back. And John, you came back as well.
True.
Both of yous guys, answer the question, please. Why?
What has it been for me? 9 years? 10 years? I think 71 was my last tour of the States. And I'm glad to be back, folks.
Well, that says it for Tony.
John?
No, it's a good time. It's a very good time to be working together, and I know we're all very excited about the way our album's been going, and looking forward to the tour. Looking forward to the tour. That's Milwaukee, you see. Just here. Looking forward to the tour coming up early next year, so it seems just the right time to be getting Yes back together, if you like.
Why did you come back? There was a leave of absence for whatever reasons. You did come back, John.
Yeah, it was one of those situations where me and Chris had been in touch while Chris and Trevor and Alan and Tony were working together. And he came over to my place and he played some of the tracks. And I was very excited with the music. And I said, well, I'd be very happy to try and sing with some of the tracks and write some lyrics and stuff. And we both said, well, it's going to sound very Yes-like. So originally the band was going to be Cinema. And we decided, well, it seems and sounds like Yes, so we're obviously going to go on stage and do some old Yes music. So we should push the Yes idea back.
I'll give a hearty yes to your agreement to get back together.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go to Lee Arnold now from 93 QFM Milwaukee.
Okay, this is a question for our friends in Toledo, Ohio. The folks at WIOT asked me to ask you this question. And folks in Toledo are interested in the song Our Song. The first verse says, Toledo is just another stop along the King's Highway. And they want to know, does that mean Toledo, Ohio, or is there another Toledo in your lives?
There's lots of Toledos.
In Canada, it's the Queen's Highway.
And Toledo in Spain is the Spanish Highway.
So it's for all the Toledos, is that correct?
Yeah.
I remember about 5-6 years ago, one of the first gigs we ever played on a tour was Toledo, and it was such a great experience to kind of jump on that stage. It was an ice ring, and it was so hot.
It was about 115.
115 degrees.
126
Yeah.
where the drums were at.
But it was such a great night, and when I was writing the lyrics for our song, I started thinking about the old days of on the road, and started thinking about Toledo, and it just happened that I was staying near Spain at the time, and I thought of Toledo in Spain, and there must be a lot of Toledos around. So that's why this part of our song, it just seemed an appropriate thing, to put Toledo as a kind of banner for the song itself.
Okay, let's go to the telephones now and take some questions. This one from a listener listening to The Loop, living in Lowell, Indiana. Hello, Jeff, are you there?
Sure am.
Okay, do you have any questions for anyone in particular?
Well, first I'd like to say I think all you guys are great. You're my favorite band. Strange thing that might strike out funny, I'm only 15 years old. But got all your albums. My main question is for Alan.
Yeah.
Alan.
Yes.
Geez, great to hear your voice.
You too.
Okay, I'm a drummer myself, and I admire you quite a bit. I was kind of wondering how come I never hear any drum solos.
On the new album?
No, on all the different live albums.
On the drum solo. It's one of my miscellaneous dislikes, actually.
Really?
Yes, I really don't like the fact that people can put themselves at the front and say what you're going to say. My whole thing within a band is to perform part of the band. And being the drummer is being the rhythm section, and I don't like to stick myself out front that much. And
he likes wearing the t-shirt.
Yes, I don't take my t-shirt off either.
Yeah.
But it's I find a lot of drummers solos on stage are quite boring, and there's nobody that really impressed me that much with doing that kind of thing. So I like to be part of the band, basically.
Yeah. Well, you do a spectacular job.
Thanks very much.
I think you are amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go to KMEL, that's the Camel, out there in San Francisco. Hello, Joanna, you with us?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, do you have a question?
Yeah, I'd like to address this question to John. I've always been impressed by the solo efforts of the various members of Yes, and I'd like to know if with Yes back in the spotlight, will Animation be touring again? And do any Yes members foresee any more solo albums in the not-too-distant future?
Well, to answer your first question, being back in the Yes situation, it seems a very exciting time to be with the band. Animation was a period of time where I was enjoying the musicianship of those guys in the band at the time. Pointing to the future, I'm sure that in the next few years that I myself will be enjoying opening up and doing other things, as I'm sure everybody else in the band will be doing the same thing. I think it's only logic that a group to really work together can also work outside of the group situation just for the fun of it.
Does that answer your question?
San Francisco.
Yeah, pretty much. I'd also like to add I'm really excited by the new album. I can't wait to see you guys.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll have the March tour dates as well as some April dates for you coming up in just a few minutes. And stand by, we'll have more from the Yes Conference after these words. Okay, we are live at the Yes Tour Conference almost, is pretty much what we have here. The number to call if you would like to talk to members of Yes is 1-900-210-ROCK. Before we continue with the March dates and the April dates and get some more questions in to all 5 members of Yes, let's have Changes from the new album. There it is. Changes from the new Yes album, 90125. And we are live with Yes in Midtown Manhattan with the Yes Conference. My name is Charlie Kendall. We have with us tonight Tony Kaye, Alan White, Trevor Rabin, Chris Squire, and John Anderson, as well as, what's your name again? Kid Leo from WMMS in Cleveland. And now, with the tour dates for March, here's Lee Arnold.
Okay, on Friday, March the 2nd, Columbus, Ohio. You folks in Toledo, Saturday, March the 3rd. Sunday, March the 4th, Detroit, Michigan. Monday, March the 5th, Kalamazoo, Michigan. Couple dates in Chicago, Thursday and Friday, March 8th and 9th. You folks in Milwaukee, Saturday, the 10th of March, QFM and Stardate will be happy to welcome Yes to the arena. Sunday, the 11th of March, St. Louis, Missouri. The 12th of March, Kansas City, Missouri. The 14th of March, it's a Wednesday, Norman, Oklahoma. Then Thursday, the 15th of March, Dallas, Texas. The 16th of March, Friday, that's Houston, Texas. Boy, a lot of dates in March.
You got a Delph?
You guys are going to be in major pain.
We didn't know about this.
17th, it's a Saturday, Austin, Texas. The 20th, Denver, Colorado. Wednesday, the 21st, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Thursday, the 22nd, Phoenix, Arizona. Saturday, the 24th, Salt Lake City, Utah. Monday, the 26th, Fresno, California. We're talking about March once again. Tuesday, the 27th, San Diego, California. Big date in L.A. on the 28th. That's a Wednesday. San Francisco on the 30th. And Saturday, the 31st, Reno, Nevada. A lot of dates. You guys are going to...
A lot of work.
Whew. Tell me, does it feel better this time around? You guys seem looser, and it seems to feel real good. You have a lot of smiles on your face. Does it feel real good this time around? What's going on?
We haven't started the tour yet.
They're not on the road yet.
That's when the fun begins.
Yeah, check us out in April.
Did the album go together real easily? Was it real smooth, and did it feel good?
Okay, Chris, it's up to you.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it took a long time, I suppose, as albums go. A lot of albums do take a long time these days. We paid a lot of attention to the detail of the structure and the quality of the sound recording, and thought a lot about the additional ideas, how we were going to overdub things, and try to keep everything, with a lot of space in it without it sounding too kind of like a wall of sound. So there was, that air within the music, and a lot of effort was put into trying to concentrate on making it simpler as well. From in the past we've done a lot of very busy kind of tracks, and on this album, there's a lot of much more, if you like, feel in the playing, and a lot more kind of openness generally.
Moves forward really good too. I mean, there's a lot of forward movement in all of the songs. It's a marvelous album. Kid Leo from MMS in Cleveland.
Your music we all love, and everybody out there in radio land loves it too. But I want to talk about album covers right now. Now, this album cover is simplistic in looks but intricate in design. It was done by computer graphics. After the album covers in the past, which were all art works, so to speak, why did you do this at this point?
We're all into binary code.
I'm telling you, this computer generation is beyond me.
No, I think we needed a change. From the artwork of the 70s, where we'd had a successful time with Roger Dean, and we did a couple of album covers with Hypnosis that were along similar lines to Roger's kind of feel. This time we needed to have a young designer, Gary Moet, who did it from Assorted Images in England, and his main effort, I think, in the simplicity of this design, he put into the actual strength and the quality of the colours. And I'm very glad that Atlantic Records have actually maintained the standard.
Do you realize
in the print?
Do you realize that people actually do talk about Yes's album covers as much? Not as much, but in times like their music, the covers seem to be as important as the music sometimes.
And generally makes a statement as well about the band. I mean, something I know, John, you were very heavy into microbiotics and et cetera, macro. You want to talk about that at all?
Binary. I'm just a small guy. No, the Roger Deanisms were very important to Yes, to try and give it a sense of purpose in an art form. And like I reiterate what Chris said, that the new album sleeve, the actual stamp of a definite design is something that will probably carry through for the next 2 or 3 albums. I think that to come up with a very simple but effective design is exactly what it's all about. That's when, if you look at the first Yes album, all it said was yes, and it was a kind of speech of yes, and here we are again.
Are they important to you, album covers? Is it really important?
Oh, absolutely.
Or not?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, as important as the music. I mean,
I think also it's a deterrent for the music industry against home taping, if you like, because if people can buy a package that they're proud to own as part of their collection and it looks good visually, then people will want to own that record in that cover, more than they will, one guy buys it and 10 friends tape it.
Okay, let's go to the telephone now. And we'll go to my old stomping grounds, to WISP in Philadelphia. Sue, are you there?
I sure am.
Do you have a question?
Yeah. First of all, it sounds like you guys are having a real good time over there.
Oh, yeah, have a wonderful time.
That's good. Okay, this is directed mainly toward John. A lot of people tell me that they can't get into Yes mainly because the lyrics are so metaphysical and they don't understand them. And I tell them because you have to be a Yes fan to understand these words, I was wondering what kind of frame of mind you get yourself into when you write songs like Close to the Edge, To Be Over, Starship Trooper, things like that.
It's a hard question.
Thanks, sir.
When I started writing lyrics in the early 70s, I was very free form with the lyrics, and because I was reading a lot of mystical books around the time of Close to the Edge, I just sit down after quite a long time of thinking about writing, and then all of a sudden it just came out, and I just couldn't stop the flow of writing the way I was writing. So I just continued to do that in the hope that I enjoyed it and maybe somebody else would. And
I sure enjoyed it.
That's good. That's
okay,
good.
and I also wanted to know if A Venture is about your father. Is that about someone that you knew? It sounded more like a story than something that you just made up.
Again, it was it was something that I just made up on the spot, but there were definitely some deep kind of family feelings in there that you've got to leave your family and venture into whatever things come to you, and that's I think that was the main essence of that track. So
that's
there you
great.
go.
Thank you. You've made my year by getting that together.
Thank you very much.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for calling. It's amazing that Yes fans have they have an attentiveness that most rock bands, generalizing again, rock bands don't have. I mean, your fans are incredibly loyal. They know everything you do. They know all your covers, all the numbers, and they know all the words, and it's amazing.
It's probably rubs off on the way that we are very attentive to what we're doing. musically and lyrically and whatever. I think during the 70s we were very committed.
And it's good that we've maybe drawn those people to us in concert, because we have then got back from them.
That attention to detail has definitely paid off. Let's go down to Atlanta. WKLS listener, Chris. Hello, Chris. Are you with us?
Yeah.
Ah, you have a question?
Yeah, I was just wondering. First, I'd like to say, you guys are really great. And then I was also, I listened to a lot of your lyrics, and I guess I'm attentive too, But I was wondering, what kind of literature do you guys read, and what influences your works so you write the lyrics the way you do?
Well,
Okay, Tony, what do you read?
Playboy?
I read a lot of light stuff. This is Chris. A lot of science fiction books, and I'm reading David Niven at the moment, his life story.
David Niven?
Yeah.
Air of disbelief. You have any other questions?
No, I've been reading Rumpole of the Bailey. Believe it. It's all about an English barrister and the kind of things he gets involved with the criminal and the law, and it's a beautifully written series of books that can give you a laugh every page. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think that everything eventually comes out in your the work you do lyrically. It doesn't come instantly. You're not going to read a book and then next week you're going to write about it. It comes maybe a few months later, maybe a year later. I know, Trev, what do you think? Trev.
Come on, Trevor.
Owner of a Lonely Heart, come on.
I read the LA Times.
I swore you were the racing one.
Okay, thank you very much for your question, all right?
Okay, thanks a lot.
All right, you have a good time now.
You too.
All right. We are live. This is the Yes Tour Conference, the Yes Conference, live from New York in Manhattan. If you'd like to give us a call, we are 1-900-210-ROCK. We only have a few more minutes. I think, Mr. Arnold, it's time we did go to Milwaukee and check out Ken, listening to 93 QFM. Hello, Ken.
Yeah?
Do you have a question?
Yes, I do. This is, hello?
Yes, we're here.
Hello.
Hi.
This is directed towards the whole band, I guess. And I'm wondering whether or not it is more important to you whether your message in your songs gets out to the people, or whether or not your music becomes popular. And if your music does become popular in this day and age, you might say, do you feel that the majority of the people are missing the actual message of the song?
I think that's a Chris.
Well,
Chris, you should
okay.
answer that.
I tell you, I think when I write lyrics, and I notice it in John's writing and Trevor's too, I think we all try to put forward a message of hope and, sort of like good vibes for the future, because that's what we've got to live for. We've got to live for hope, and we've got to live for a better world, and I think you must know the rest.
I listened a lot to your last album, which is Tornado, and or not your last. That's not your last album, but that album in particular. And I really got into the lyrics, and I find it real difficult to accept the fact that an album that is so good is a cutout, because when I really listen to what the words are saying, especially in stuff like Release, Release, and Don't Kill the Whale, I feel that songs like that should become popular because, well, that's actually telling the people what should be told. Because if you think, I don't know, I have a feeling that, especially on the high school scenes and stuff like that, kids are missing the whole the whole idea of what they should actually be trained to be thinking about, which is
this is Chris. Listen, I think that people, have a higher level of perception than that. Generally, sometimes you can give a plain message, sometimes you can disguise it in many ways. But I think America's an intelligent country.
Oh yeah,
and
I
people
guess
should
maybe
understand.
it might be due to the fact that their age, because I find it. I'm not used to hearing Yes so commercialized, you might say.
Well, it helps. In a lot of ways, it will help to reach a lot more people, and the fact that when we start touring and stuff, that a lot of people will come who've never seen the band before, and hopefully experience a lot of the things that we did and the audiences did in the 70s, and all the better for it. If we can get through to more and more people, I'm sure we'll be happy, and I'm sure that Yes fans will be too.
I suppose I really never looked at it in that way.
Okay, listen, thank you very much. We do have to move along. We have time for one more question. Let's go to Indianapolis. Chris at Q95. Chris, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Yep.
I'm going to have to ask my question and hang up because my connection isn't too good.
We can hear you fine, no problem.
Okay, good. I was wondering if the band could comment on the fact or talk a little bit about Trevor Horn and his participation on this album as producer. And I'm curious because he played on the Drama album. You know, what was the interplay there? Did he approach the band?
I think we'll give this question to Tony K.
Okay, thank you.
Chris, it was a privilege and a pleasure.
Well, okay, well, that's
all 90% of it.
I think that pretty well answers that question. Chris, thank you very much. Before we have to do the April tour dates here in just a second, but definitely there's one song we have to get in here, which is the new single, which is the song that has been the largest single that Yes has had in the career of the band, and I think a fantastic song. This song has won over new audiences for you, as well as the old massive audience that you had. One of our people who is around here, Lee Abrams, who is a big deal radio consultant, calls Yes the biggest cult band in the world because your fans are they're a cult. I mean, they worship you guys. Now this song is bringing in even more people and hasn't alienated anyone that we can find in radio. And John, I have to throw it to you. How does it feel to have that commercial side of it, besides just reaching more new people? Is it a new thing for you in terms of an artist?
In a lot of ways, yeah. I think it's very hard to take it all in. I think by the time we've rehearsed through January and we start doing gigs in February, that's when I will start to realize what's happening now.
When you see the reactions,
yeah, when you see the live shows and the reaction of the people when we do the song, and when we do some other songs from the album, and obviously when we do the older songs. But it's just something that I'm looking forward to. I know everybody else is.
Okay, well, let's hear it. Here's Owner of a Lonely Heart from 90125. I think. That was the strangest version of that song.
That's a hell of a song, I'm telling you.
All right, now, but excuse us for being untogether in the big time. Thank you, Mr. Carlisle. All right, let's go to the April tour dates. On Monday, April 2nd, in Vancouver, you're playing. On Tuesday, April 3rd, Seattle, Washington. On Wednesday, April 4th, Spokane. On the 8th, Rapid City, South Dakota. On the 10th, Minneapolis. On the 11th, Madison, Wisconsin. On the 12th, Indianapolis, Indiana. On the 13th, Cincinnati, Ohio. On the 15th, Nashville, Tennessee. On the 16th, Atlanta, Georgia. On the 17th, Tallahassee, Florida. On the 19th, my birthday, you are playing in Lakeland, Florida. Just a hint, send presents, no money, please. On the 20th, Fort Myers, Florida. On the 21st, Miami. And you wrap up on the 22nd in Jacksonville, Florida. That's a gargantuan tour schedule. That's
When
a
are we
big
playing
one.
on my birthday?
Which is that? Give me a date.
March 4th.
March 4th.
March 4th. We've got a day off.
March 4th. No. Detroit, Michigan.
Woo. Wonderful.
Boy, you'll have fun there.
Motown.
Okay, we do have to wrap up with this. We pretty much have come to the end here. Thank you very much for being here. Tony K, Alan White, Trevor Horn, Chris Squire, John Anderson. Trevor Horn. I did it myself. Trevor Ray. I'm sorry. Look, after we played a commercial over network radio, what do I know? This has been a DRIR broadcasting production.
Well done, Ronnie.
Executive producers Bob Meyerowitz and Peter Koff. Produced by Paul Zulo. We're going to have Owner of a Lonely Heart here momentarily. Station coordination, Roxy Mizell, Melinda McElwain, and Liz Lott. Special thanks to Tim Mulligan, Tony Dimitriadis, Reen Nally of Atco Records, and from our staff at WNEW-FM, Fred Moore and Rose Polidoro. Thank you very much. That's it for the Yes Conference from New York.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Happy holidays.